Hey guys, Dr. Brown here with Kubo Math coming to you from Tarlac City, Philippines. And tonight it's Algebra 2 and no marker. Let's see, what did I do with my marker? Okay, I'm back. All right, this is about eliminating decimal coefficients. You'll recall the last video we had where we eliminated fractional coefficients. That was a pretty good one. So in this case, it's decimal coefficients. How do we handle those? It's a real simple rule. You know, if you had this 0.35 and you multiply that number times 10, you know, it moves the decimal one spot. If you multiply it by 100, you move it twice. Wow, okay. I can eliminate that by just multiplying everything by 100. It's that simple. Okay, and then solve it the way you normally would. So let's multiply this times the 0.35x times 100 minus 12 times 100, and that equals negative 0.15x times 100. Okay, so this becomes 35x minus 1200. 12 times 100, 1200 equals negative 15x. That's a negative 15x. Voila! There you have it. Now we just go through and solve the way we normally would. So we're going to add 15x to both sides. So 35x minus 1200 plus 15x equals minus 15x plus 15x. That's my 15x to both sides. That becomes 0. So 35 plus 15 is 50x minus 1200 equals 0. Now I'm going to add 1200 to both sides. So negative 1200 plus 1200, that cancels. So I have 50x equals 1200. Okay, so divide both sides by 50. So 50 over 50, and that's 50. So I can wipe out one set of zeros immediately. So I have x equals 120 over 5. You may be thinking, big wooey, what is that? Okay, let's go old school. We can do it. What is 120? That's 2 times 60 over 5. Well, what is 60? 60 can be 2 times 30, right? 2 times 30. Oh, what is 30? Well, 30 can be 6 times 5. 6 times 5. Oh, 5 cancels. Now 2 times 2 is 4, times 6 is 24. X equals 24. That was some old school, no calculator. Good deal. Okay, x equals 24. And all we did was look at how many decimal points we needed to move to the right. And we multiplied something with that many zeros in it. I need to move it 2 to the right, so I need 2 zeros. So that had to be 100. If I only needed to move it 1 decimal, I could have multiplied by 10. Okay? Nothing to it. 1 down. And I don't know what I've got stuck on my eraser, but it made marks all over. I guess we'll just, oh, there's my rag. Need to wash the rag. It's looking really bad. Did everybody study today? I hope so. Study every day. Work a problem or two. Keep your mind growing. It's either growing or shrinking. We don't want it to shrink. Okay? All right, 0.75x. We're going to do this one and see what we learned on the last one. Minus 0.5 times 13 minus x equals, I think that's 8.35. Okay, well, we need to move 2 decimals to the right, so the same as before. As a matter of fact, you should just stop the video, try to work this one, and then come back. Okay, I'm going to trust you that you did what you were supposed to do. Okay, you should have taken and said, well, I want to move 2 decimal points to the right, so I'm going to multiply everything by 100 like we did before. So 100 times 0.75x minus 100 times 0.65. Of course, that 0.65 is multiplied times 13 minus x, and that equals, let's see, didn't have the other side of the parentheses, 100 times 8.35. Okay, 100 times 0.75 gives me 75x minus 65 times 13 minus x, and that equals 835. Well, let's distribute this to the inside, see what we have. 75x minus 845. I actually had written that down so I wouldn't have to do it while you're watching. That's a negative times a positive. Left me with the negative. Negative times negative gives me a positive 65x, and that equals 835. Well, all right, so 75x and 65x gives me 140x minus 845 equals 835. Well, let me add 8. I'll get rid of this one. So let me add 845 plus 845. Okay, so those cancel on that side. So I end up with 140x equals, let's see, what would be 8 and 8, 1600, 35, 1, that would be 80. So 1680. Okay. So I'm going to divide 140 on both sides. So 140 over 140 leaves me x, and x equals 12. Pretty same concept. I need to move 2 digits to the right, multiply it by something with 2 zeros at the end. A 10, a 100, a 1,000, some number that gives me the zeros I need to get rid of that decimal. Okay? Nothing to it. I have one last one and a big nasty looking board. I think it's time for another eraser. All right, this one, I'll let you tell me what you should do here. 0.015x equals negative, or 0.2, sorry. 0.15x equals 0.2 minus 0.025x. What should I do? Well, I have 3 decimal points here, 1 decimal point there, 3 decimal points here. So I need to move the worst case one is the number I choose. So I'm going to multiply this by 1,000. I need to move 3 decimal points to the right, so I need some number with a 1 at the front with 3 zeros. That times 0.015x equals 1,000 times 0.2 minus 1,000 times 0.025x. So if I move this one 3 decimal points to the right, I get 15x equals 200. So 1,000 times 0.2, 200 minus 25x. So let me add 25x to both sides. So that would give me 50, let's see, 25, 35, 40, 40x equals 200. So these cancel each other. Okay, so 40x, divide both sides by 40. X equals, I can get rid of that, 20 over 4. Hey, you want to go old school? Okay, let's not. X equals 5. But we could have said, well, that is 4 times 5 over 4. Whew, cancel the 4's, got 5. Okay, that was three simple problems that give you the method by which you can eliminate decimal coefficients from your equation. Okay, why are we doing this? Hey, we're trying to build a better tomorrow and do that through math. So study, study, study. And that's all for now, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks.